Hi everyone, it's 2021 and welcome back to my channel Warren Canonigo, and you're watching my Life Icons Season 2. Yes, it's already Season 2. Thank you so much for the love and the support. And this is the pilot episode for my Life Icons Season 2. And the very first guest for this year is a person who had given me information about some new and interesting stuff, kind of like sharing to me the road he had taken, which is definitely less traveled. Ladies and gentlemen, an official urban jungle dweller, my friend and my sano, Mr. Jamrex Zamora ACASO. Hi! How are you today?
Hi, Scotia. I'm good. I'm very excited to go outside with this sunny weather. Kamusta?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm very good, Jamrex. Thank you for asking. And it's a good thing that it's sunny there. Here in Toledo City, it's been raining for like almost 2 weeks now.
2 weeks. Yes, I know that you've been canceling the session because
Yeah,
of the rain.
I'm postponing this.
Yeah, how bad is the network signal? Is it?
It's still raining. It's still raining, but I'm so happy that we're doing this right now. This is really long overdue. What was your
Yeah.
initial reaction, Jim Rex, when you received my chat inviting you to guest in my vlog? We haven't seen each other for more than 10 years, although
Yeah, I know.
ourselves indirectly through our Facebook timelines and social media, other social media platforms, but we haven't seen physically in 10 years. What was your reaction when I invited you to guest?
Yeah, actually, I was a bit surprised because it's been a while since the last time we had a decent conversation, and I do appreciate the invite, and I do hope that I can provide some meaningful insights or maybe knowledge to your viewers.
You did,
Yeah.
because when we finally,
Also, a little bit nervous right now.
well,
Yeah, this is my first time to be invited in the show, so I don't know how should I feel, you know.
and that's really a normal feeling because we're normal human beings and we really feel tension and nervousness. But I hope I'm putting you at ease now that we have started the conversation. You know what? You really deserve to be my first guest for this new year, 2021, because when we had a video call in our one of our previous conversations, you have really told me new stuff that may not be new to others, to our viewers most probably, but really something new to me. So the first one was the way that you have acquired your bachelor's degree diploma. I understand you have a diploma in what course was that?
Yeah, I actually took computer engineering back in Bohol, but wasn't able to finish the degree. So I transferred to Cebu City, and then actually I was going for like an environmental conference in another island, and then when I came back to Cebu, so I was able to find a job. So that's the BPO industry. And then, getting the lots of money. And then I decided to just quit school. Although my parents have told me to, go back to Bohol and then finish the course. But, gahig ulo. So, yeah, that's why I worked for several years in the BPO industry. And then I also tried to take another degree, IT, BS IT.
Mm.
And then it was hard working and then going to school at the same time because of the schedule. So I was also not able to finish that degree. And then I discovered about ETEEAP. So yeah, that's a program. It's called ETEEAP, short for Expanded Tertiary Education and Equivalency Program. And it's actually targeted to working professionals who has not completed their college degrees.
Okay. So even if you stop, pursuing the initial or the first bachelor's degree that you have chosen, even though you stop or you have to quit, then you really found it necessary. You really realize that it's necessary for you to finish a degree. What was again the name of the program? ITTF, if I'm not mistaken.
ETEEAP, ETEEAP,
Okay.
ETEEAP.
Yeah, that's really something new to me. But I'm still happy that you were able to acquire the
I was
diploma.
I was expecting that you're aware of the program because you teach, right? So yeah.
No, I didn't hear of that because it's not the
Okay.
traditional, it's not the formal education setup. But
Right.
how is it different
Traditional.
from the traditional education system?
Yeah. With ETEAP, it's only offered by universities and institutions who are accredited by CHAD to offer the courses. There are specific requirements, so you can't just enroll in the program. So you must be at least 25 years old and have at least 5 years of related work experience. So this it should be the same field. You won't be accepted if your work experience is totally different.
Ah,
So courses are really the same with, I mean, the same as the traditional ones, but you are only allowed to enroll in a course that's highly relevant to your expertise and work experience.
what was
So I think that's sort of the difference.
what was the full how do you call this? The full description of the bachelor's degree that you finished with that program?
Um,
Bachelor of Science in Information Technology.
yeah, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in
Bachelor of
marketing.
Science in Business Administration. And then,
Yes,
ah, okay.
marketing
It's
management.
supposed to be under the traditional or the conventional formal education system, supposed to be that course shall have
They're the same, actually.
or should be taken in like four years, right?
Yeah, I think 4 years.
4 years. But with the program that you have taken, um, you were able to finish the course in just how many months?
Um, let's say two semesters.
Two
Yeah,
separate.
but it would actually depend on your work experience and trainings because they'll be assessing your credentials before they give you the number of modules to be taken. Some would actually take 3 or 4 semesters, but really depend on your experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of the tuition fee, is it equivalent to how much you will pay if you will take the normal route or normal routes of, I'm talking about the 4 year course or the 8 semester program. Is it the same or it's a little bit expensive?
Yeah, I'm not quite familiar with the tuition fees,
I
but I can give you like estimate amount. For the business ad courses, I think the tuition fee was 80,000 for the whole you know, whole year. That's just for the tuition fee, so you'll have to pay for miscellaneous and your projects and everything. There's lot of projects, and then there are a lot of activities as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So for ETEEAP, which is Expanded Tertiary Education Equivalency and Accreditation Program by the Commission on Higher Education, in terms of curriculum, how are is it safe for me to say that the lessons are condensed so that the topics that should have been taken in 4 years would all be accommodated, would be tackled in just 2 semesters? Is that the dynamic?
Yes, that is right. We're actually given modules of those, let's say, subject matter that we're not yet familiar with. But maybe I would say that those things that we should have learned, but we have not learned in our work experiences or maybe from trainings. So they give us those modules. And I do say that it's actually very effective because it seems like they're targeting you know, those that were not yet, we don't know anything about. So it's a very nice learning experience because every time we have a class, there's only like 2 or 3 students in the classroom. So you can actually ask a lot of questions to your um, professor. Unlike traditional education, there's like more than let's say 30 students, so not everyone has a chance to ask a lot of questions. So that's what I like about the program.
Also, ETEAP is a modular program. You really have to go to the
Yeah.
university to undergo or to attend face-to-face classes. Am I correct?
Yes, there are set of schedules of per module, so we can actually select which schedule you want. So you can go on a weekend or maybe um, on a holiday, depending on the teacher. And also, if you want to go to school on weekdays, that is fine, as long as there's an available schedule. So, yeah, we need to go to school. It's not like online setup.
In your case, Rex, you are working in the evening, especially
I,
so I'm sure you have chosen a weekday schedule for your ETEAP classes.
yeah, I have a fixed schedule, 3 in the afternoon until midnight on weekdays. Fortunately, my manager has been very supportive of my studies. So, for example, if I have no choice and I had to go to school on a weekday, so I'm excused if I'll be late or maybe on half day VL or maybe on leave for the whole day. Yeah, as long as I inform them in advance. But most of my classes are on the weekends. So, you know, because I need to, go to work and then get the, money to pay for the tuition fees.
I really admire you
Right?
for that, and congratulations for earning your bachelor's degree through ETEAP, even if you are actually working in a very serious, kind of work, very serious kind of account. But before we
Yeah.
talk about your work now, which is also very new to me, I would like us to share to our subscribers and viewers what's the step one? What are the initial steps to be able to enjoy this program by Chad, the ETEAP? What's the first thing that they have to do? Just based on your experiences, there may be changes now,
Yeah.
especially that we're having this pandemic, but as far as your experience is concerned, what were the initial steps?
Actually, I did a lot of research. I heard about it from my team lead in my current company because he also took ETF in San Jose. So what I did is I did a lot of research. How much would be the tuition fees? What would be the requirements that they will be collecting? But eventually, I sent an email to the school. Yeah, because we have a specific department who handles inquiries regarding the ETF course.
Okay.
Yeah, so they provided me with a long list of requirements. So I had to get COEs from previous companies, And
Ah,
then all training certificates, I had to collect those as well. Yep. And what else? I think those are the major ones that you need to get when you're planning to get the ETEEAP course.
were you
Because
given
they
to,
will be checking all those credentials. Yeah.
were you given the freedom to choose the school that you want and the course?
Yeah, you can. You have the absolute freedom to choose a school.
Actually,
Yeah.
based on what you said, I realized that ETEAP is not really for those who just feel like, uh, shortcutting their education route. But I realized that you need to qualify first. And one of the one of the qualifying indicators is you need to be employed because this is like a privilege for those who would like to finish, would like to pursue a degree, but at the same time cannot or they do not want to stop working. That is why you need to show a documents that will prove that you're really employed and that you want to continue pursuing at the same time working. Wow. Am I correct?
It's really true. You need to be qualified first for the course that you'd like to take. It's not like you can just enroll and then happy go lucky. And it's a commitment, I would say, because again, you're a working professional, and then you have to go to school, work on your projects, and everything, all the requirements. It's time consuming, like really.
Yeah.
Sometimes I only sit for like 2 or 3 hours just to finish a specific project, and the projects are like big time. It's not like there's only a little research about this, but you have like to prepare. One example is that you have to prepare a proposal, like all pages you have to prepare. You don't have like a partners or
To say that it's challenging to work and study at the same time is really an understatement. Like in all aspects, you really need to struggle, but the hero in you really, was really victorious because you were able to finish. And how was the graduation done? I am so interested. I'm curious to know how did they organize the graduation? How was the graduation like?
Yeah, because there are a lot of graduates, so we have a separate commencement um, activity. So it was actually like a normal graduation, and everything's just normal.
Oh, thank you very much for sharing that. And for our subscribers and viewers who are interested to know more about the ETE app, you can always search online. It's Expanded Tertiary Education Equivalency and Accreditation by the Commission of Higher Education. And the acronym is ETE. Yeah, it's Echo Tango Echo Alpha Papa ETE. Thank you, Jabris. Let's now
Sure.
talk about your work. We've been colleagues at the call center industry. That was like 10 years ago. And you mentioned in our last conversation that you already transferred. You're now currently affiliated with a different company and the account is already more on advertising and I didn't know. I know advertising agencies, like the people who will help companies structure campaigns, ads, prints, and all of that, but yours is a different advertising platform. Please tell us what the work is all about.
Um, how do you explain it? Sometimes people would always ask me like, "What is your work? Like, how does it work?" But to make it simple, we're working with, let's say, we're providing admin and technical assistance to media agencies and advertisers who are using our advertising platform. So basically, those advertisements that you see in YouTube or maybe Facebook, they are using a specific platform to run their advertisement. So it has a server where you store your creatives, like the ads itself, and then just run it from there. So that's what my company owns. Yeah, and that's what we're providing support.
So you are, if I'm not mistaken, your company is the one responsible why the ads will pop up will appear on our screens
Yes,
as a website
uh,
or a social.
that's correct. Our system is responsible in running those ads. Make sure that they run all the time, depending on the specifications or schedules that have been set by the agencies.
If, for example, some of our subscribers and viewers would be interested to be a walk-in applicant in your company, then what would be the entry-level position? Is it advertising expert, advertising technicians, advertising artists? How are you called?
Yeah, in the past, the position that I applied for in the past was called support technician. It's like an entry level position, but it's been actually they removed that position, so they automatically everyone who applies to the company would be a support engineer. Yeah, right now support engineer. So that would be the entry level position if you apply in our company right now.
And that kind of work now is already non-voice. I mean, you don't have to talk to customers anymore over the phone, just like what we did.
For Yeah, actually it's non-voice, but it is a requirement as well that you know how to take calls, because there are clients who would request for a call to discuss an issue. If they'd like to fix the issue over the phone, then you'll have to take the call. You don't have a choice really, but yeah, it's non-voice with voice. How do you say that? But yeah, it's just a little call. It's not really. Sometimes we receive calls like, let's say, 2 calls in a day. So it's really different
So
in the BPO because you'll be getting a lot of calls.
so when you apply for that kind of job, your proficiency in English is still one of the primary factors to consider.
Yes, it is one of the things that we actually review or check if you apply in our company. But typically we have exams, so a technical exam, and then anything related to something related to programming. So we have a set of exam for the applicants, and they have to pass the exam before they'll be proceeding to the next level of interview.
Okay, so one more, would like to clarify one more thing. So aside from your competency in the use of English language, you also have to be savvy in the use of internet and in the use of software and of course the computer, all the IT related stuff. That's also one major consideration.
Yeah. So right now, because we're no longer hiring, but not sure if they've changed the qualifications. But before, like what I mentioned too, because we were bought by a really big company right now, so we're already part of a big company. But before, when we're still an independent advertising platform, we required the applicants to have knowledge in JavaScript, HTML5, CSS, a little API. I'm not sure if you understand those terms, but yeah, those are some of the requirements. You have to at least have knowledge about those technologies.
Mhm. Now let me ask you this that is it okay for someone who's very good in English already but has below average IT skills to still be hired and will just improve the skills in the training period? Would that still be possible? Just like in our case
Yeah,
before.
actually, it's possible, but you have to pass the exam. So
Oh yeah,
let's
there's
say you get
like an IT
lucky, you
exam.
pass the exam. Yeah, but there are people who get really lucky. They have like sub level knowledge of those technologies, but they eventually pass the exam and then the interviews, and then yeah, why not, right?
When you graduated, I believe when you graduated the ETEEAP program, you had already more time to attend to your other concerns or priorities. And that's the reason, most probably, why right now you are also a part-time real estate. Can you complete that position now? You're a part-time real estate advisor?
Yeah, I would say it's a part-time. It's like a side job, I think.
My side
Yeah,
job.
it started when one of my friend was because I actually joined a real estate company in the past, but I wasn't that active. So my friend knows about it, so she asked me, about new condominiums or housing, and then it happened that I have a classmate in San Jose who's working in another real estate company. So I asked her about, the good ones that they can offer to my friend. But then she invited me to join their team. And then I was like, okay, I asked a lot of things like what would be the commissions, how would be the application, the process, what are the requirements. And then eventually, she still insisted that I join. So yeah, I joined, and then because I also want to try in the sales business. It's something that I haven't tried. Although when we were when we mentioned the Expedia, yeah, we're selling hotels, cars, flights, vacation packages. But it's different when you're purely sales focused. It's so different. And since my course is about marketing, and then I was thinking I could actually use it to market what I'm selling. So why not? So that's the reason I joined. Yeah, but the main job really is more on lead mining. You're familiar with the mining part, right? So you need to have a lot of leads so that you can sell your product. It's similar with a lot of businesses. They're mining leads where they can advertise their product, so they will eventually earn.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's something like that. But for the most part, you'll be taking a lot of calls if you posted your phone number, and then answering a lot of inquiries through email and messenger. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine how I did it, but there has been a lot of inquiries. Really. Sometimes it's exhausting, but yeah, if you sold a property or properties maybe, then it's nice. It's really good. It's good money.
For our subscribers and viewers who are interested to somehow reach out to you for real estate concerns, then definitely I will, yes, you can go to his FB and then send a direct message through his messenger account. I will show on the screen a screenshot of the FB page so you can reach out.
Yes, I have a Facebook page, and yeah, they can message me directly in Facebook as well if they're interested, or if they have any questions or inquiries about any properties at all in the Philippines. We can cater that one.
Yes, of course.
Even if you're in other cities, it's fine. We have a lot of properties listed in our department. So yeah. How about you? Would you like to get one?
Yes, I will definitely. I will
You
definitely
should definitely contact me.
share to you my plans later. After
Yeah.
we shoot this episode. Thank you very much, Jim Rex, for sharing. Just like what I said, you an interesting. So thank you so much for your time, and hopefully, it's people already, so we can see each other in the flesh. And I'll tell you my plans about. Have a great day. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.
Yes, Miss Gosha. Thanks for inviting me. Bye.